All right, so we're looking at the sum of the first n terms of an arithmetic sequence. Keep in mind that anytime we see a sub 1, it means the first term. D, the common difference, and then the sum of the first n terms. So what this is saying, sum of, if I had a sequence and I wanted to find the sum of the first 10 numbers, then we have a formula that will allow us to find that. I mean, we can add it using our calculator, or we can go ahead and use the formulas that's noted here. Now, the first formula, so we have S sub n, S meaning the sum, equals to n over, n meaning the terms, times a sub 1 plus a sub n, or S sub n is equal to n over 2 times 2 times a sub 1 plus the quantity of n minus 1, then times d, the common difference. So depending on what's given in the story, in the situation, when it's asking us to find if it's a term or the first 10 numbers or whatever it may be, will determine which formula we're going to be using for the sum. So for the first example here, it says find a sub 1 for the following arithmetic sequence. We have S sub 10 is equal to 155, and we have A sub 10 is equal to 29. So what's given here? Let's list what is given. What is noted here in our example is that um, we have here what term they're asking us to find, which is the 10th. Okay. Number 10, find the sum of the first 10 terms. Okay. And we do have the sum, but it's asking us to find the first term of that. So what else do we need? So we're given n, we're given the sum, which is 155, and then we're given a to the a sub 10, which is 29. Okay, so we have everything that we need. So which formula would we use? Because what's not noted is the common difference, so we don't need to use this second formula. So we're using S sub n is equal to n over 2 times a sub 1 plus a sub n. So S sub n is our S sub 10 equals to, okay, we have what? N over 2 times a sub 1 plus a sub 10. That's our 10th number, term number 10. So here we go. S sub 10 is 155 equals to 10 over 2. We don't know what the first term is, a sub 1 plus 29. Then we have 155 is equal to 5 times a sub 1 plus 29. We're going to next distribute the 5. So we have 155 is equal to 5a sub 1 plus 5 times 29 gives us 145. And then we're going to subtract 145 to both sides, and we have 10 is equal to 5 times a sub 1. Then we divide by 5, and we have 2 is equal to a sub 1. So the first term is of this sequence is 2. Next example, it says find the sum of the first 10 terms of the arithmetic series. So we have a sub 1, which is 3, and then which is our first term. D is our common difference, -4. And then it's telling us to find the first 10 terms. So N would be 10. So the formula that we're going to be using, since we're given N, D, and the first term, will be our second formula. S sub N is equal to N over 2 times 2 times A sub 1 plus N minus 1 times D, and we close everything. So let's plug those values in. So we're looking for the 10th term. So S sub 10 is equal to 10 over 2 times 2 times 3 plus, in parentheses, 10 minus 1 times -4. 10 over 2 is 5. Inside the bracket, we have 6 plus 9 times 4. Then we have 5 times 6 plus -36. 5 times -30. And we have 5 times -30, which is -50. So the 10th term of this sequence, the sum, the first 10 terms of this sequence, of this series, adds to be -150. All right, last example. Find the sum of the following arithmetic series. We have 5 plus 9 plus 13 plus 17 plus ... plus 41. All right, so part A, we need to determine, well, some things that's given. Let me stop here for a second. Some things that's given here. We're given the first term. Well, the first number we see is 5, so that's our first term. And we're given the last term. The last term is 41. Okay. And then also, we want to find the common difference. Okay. So the common difference is what, to get from 5 to 9, 9 to 13, 13 to 4, 17. We're doing what each time? We're adding 4. So to find the sum of this, what's missing here at this moment is we don't know the terms. Okay, how many terms are in this series? So that's what we need to find. So the first formula that we're going to use, we're going to go back to the previous formula. Whenever you're given, we're looking for the nth term of an arithmetic sequence. So a sub n is equal to a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. And we want to find n. So we have a sub n, that is 41, equals to the first term, 5 plus n minus 1 times 4. We're going to distribute. We have 4n minus 4. We have 41 is equal to 4n plus 1. Subtract 1 to both sides. Then divide by 4. And we have 10. So there are 10 terms in the series. Okay, so we're looking for the first 10 terms of the series. I mean, because if you wanted to Where you see the three dots, you can keep going and adding 4 each time till you get to 41, and then determine how many terms are in that series. Okay, so but it's asking us to find the sum. So the sum S of n is equal to, we can use the n over 2 times a sub 1 plus a sub n, since we're looking for the first 10 terms. So we have 10 over 2 times 5 plus 41, and then we have 5 times 46, and 5 times 46, its sum will be 230. Therefore, the first 10 terms in this series equals to 230. There we go.